Curwood. I'm a 6th Dan Shidoshi with Bujinkan Dojo. Trained with Dr. Hatsumi several times. I've been doing this for just over 15 years. Basically, what we're going to try and do is work on technique, try and get all of the stuff weighed down properly for you. There's several types of martial arts really. You've got flashy stuff, which looks great for films, but aren't going to get you really hurt. You've got hobby martial arts, which, yeah, okay, if that's what you want to do, fine, great. And then also you've got martial arts which are practical, which is ultimately what we do. I worked as a doorman for 8 years and had to use it. So what we want to do really for you is look at your technique, get stuff precise so that it works, because anything that is advanced only comes from your basics. Without your basics, very nothing else will work. You might fumble through it, but ultimately everything comes from the core basics of this art. So we're going to look at a lot of different aspects of stuff, a lot of close-up work, because I've looked at a lot of different things on the internet, and although some stuff looks okay, it's too distant, you can't really see it practically, and it won't work. So we're trying to avoid that and try and get things to work for you.
Okay, thank you, Colin. Let's get down to it.
Okay, I'm going to have a quick look at etiquette. Although when I say quick, I mean quick, because in the Bujinkan Dojo we don't really use a lot of etiquette. There's a couple of bows which you should know, especially for coming across other martial arts, so it is handy. But on the whole, you won't see this, except for bowing in the beginning of a class and at the end. So we'll look at this. Okay, when facing your opponent, you would bow to them, drop your head, 45-degree bend in the back. You don't look in their eyes. This looking up business here is pretty rude, so you wouldn't do it, and you don't need to. The old premise is that by dropping your eyes, you won't see them attack. Well, your peripheral vision covers all of that, so be polite when you bow if you're going to bow. So from here, hands at your sides, bow, back up. Okay, now looking at when we bow in at a class, we kneel down, so down on left knee. This comes back to if you had a sword that I wouldn't be able to draw and turn in and cut my opponent. Turn back. Shiken Haramitsu Daikomyo. Now we start that at the beginning and the end of every class. The Japanese translation, Shiken Haramitsu Daikomyo, translates as roughly every encounter is sacred and could lead to the one potential enlightenment that we seek. Now don't get too caught up on it, just think about those words, replay it, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now we're going to have a look at Jinan Taisho, which basically means body conditioning. Jinan Taisho is really important because it's going to lead on to a few things. One is avoiding injury, because if you're not warmed up, then you can strain ligaments, tendons quite easily. So the important thing with this is to do it properly. Okay, admittedly, if you're in a conflict situation, you're not going to go, excuse me, I need to stretch and warm up. It's not going to happen, but this should be a daily routine. The more flexible you are, the better and more control you'll have over your technique, over your body. Without control over your body, none of this really will work. This is really actually the cutting edge of martial arts in itself, is that you have control over your body, you can then have control over your opponent's body, and also control over your mind, because you can analytically step back and look at a situation. But without these starting basics, you won't have any of that. So, okay, we're going to look at warming up to start with. So, we're going to start. So, we're going to start with the head. First of all, rolling your head, not a good idea. I'm sure everyone's seen this going on. Bad, not good for your neck. So first of all, chin down to your chest, and then head right back. Keep your shoulders level. ear, left ear down to left shoulder. Don't do this. It's ear down, up and back down the other side. You should feel the pull right down through here. And again. Okay, now work to the shoulders. So start moving your arms and the circle and forwards. Okay, and reverse it and switch. Okay, taking your arm across your body. Bring one arm under, turn your head, place your hand on your ear and turn. It gives good stretch of the shoulder right across your body. And the other way. The reason I'm doing this with my head is as I turn my head back, it should actually bring my arm completely horizontal with my body. And roll your shoulders out. Okay, moving down a little bit more. Turning from the waist. Don't over push anything. Shouldn't really bounce too much, especially in tendons, ligaments, because that's how injuries happen. Okay, that's the waist so far. Now, taking left foot, right hand. Take your foot up and pull it inside. You should feel a bit of a pull down your calves, up, thighs, sorry. And the other side. Okay. Now carry on stretching the legs. So, from hands on the thighs, down, touch your foot. Don't bounce. Bouncing's bad, this sort of thing. Don't need to do it. Basically, with any stretch to the position, to a point where it's comfortable, to where you feel a little pull. Hold it, breathe in. As you breathe out, just give it a little bit more of a push. Then come back up. Don't bounce it, because that can cause a lot of trouble for you. Okay, so one more time. Hands on thighs, down. Try not to bend your legs or your knees when you're doing that, because otherwise you're defeating the whole purpose of it. Okay.